Diddy just got caught for new allegations. They released all pages of the reports, and it says that Diddy, he has at least 10 different counts of wrongdoings. This is the reason why they coming out and they putting the lawsuits on PDiddy for millions and millions of dollars. He's going to have to pay up because he knows that he did them people dirty. He did them wrong. The karma from Tupac is coming back. If y'all rocking with Cassie, if y'all rocking with Tupac, put the 222s in the comment section because they're about to get justice for everybody. Diddy, he was playing around too much. He let the money control him. He let the power go to his head. He ended up turning and changing and everything. He said that, you remember when people were talking about how he was dancing on all the videos and being that executive producer that nobody wanted? Sugeknight was trying to warn everybody back then because Tupac told him about what's really going on behind closed doors with Diddy. Mike Tyson, he knew what was going on. This is why Mike Tyson was the only person speaking out at that time. And then now you see that 50 Cent, he's saying the same thing. A lot of people, they're turning their backs on Diddy because they no longer want to be tied to him and all of the things that he did. They don't want people thinking that that's who they hang out with and that's their friend and everything like that. People have to come to the realization that these celebrities, Diddy especially, they're not all what it's out to be, man. A lot of them, it's like two-faced. They play both sides. Like in one instance, they're supposed to be the super popular, nice guy, all this money. They make it seem like they're a superhero and everything. But then, on the other hand, we hear people saying that actually they screwed them over. They ripped a lot of people off. They done got people set up, hit up, sent up, everything like that. And this is why the justice is coming for everybody that's involved, man. I want to send my condolences to all the families affected, all the people throughout the years that have they never got to share their story. This is a big thing. This is history in the making for hip hop because now that they have the Tupac case figured out almost 90%, and then they figuring out all the other stuff. People know what's about to happen. They know that the feds are going to raid Diddy's house at any given moment because they have the evidence. They have all the people. The victims are there. The witnesses are coming forward, and the witnesses are saying that this all was exactly the way that Cassie said it happened. It was all exactly the way that Keefe said what happened. When they wrote their statements, they wrote their entire testimony saying exactly what their experience was. And when the feds read that, they were shocked to see that this is the same thing that the reports have been coming to the DA's table for a long time in New York City. They had to go to Manhattan to really get them to set the alarm off and have them really look into Diddy. There's an investigation going on currently, and they looking at every single possible thing to figure out, is there some type of thing for a RICO that could happen on Diddy? Because they know that, like Keefe said, like Suge Knight said, everybody's pointing fingers back to Diddy when it comes to the Tupac situation. Cassie, she let them know about the other situations that he had going on at home. Other than the fact that he was setting people up that was outside of their home in LA, in New York, Biggie, Pac, everything like that. And then all of his exes, Diddy's exes are coming forward and saying that their relationship was rocky. It was toxic. It was a lot of things, red flags that went off. They said that if they were to do it all over again, they wouldn't have went with a dude like Diddy. And this is why a lot of people like Cassie, they deserve a lot more respect, man. They shouldn't have been treated like that, especially Tupac and Biggie. They were superstars. They were hip-hop history, the best rappers, and this is why they should have at least been treated or been looked after way better than how they were treated by Diddy and everything like that. A lot of people know that this is a lot of karma from the situations. You don't just get away with doing all that, especially to good people. Cassie never did nothing to Diddy. Tupac never did anything to Diddy. Why is it that Diddy doesn't like Tupac? Why is Diddy scared of Tupac and Biggie? Was it the East Coast, West Coast? Is there something that we don't know? Was he trying to get with one of the girls? Was Diddy trying to get with Jada Pinkett? Because it seemed like Diddy has had a lot of jealousy, envy, and greed. He didn't want nobody else talking to Cassie. Even the guys that he introduced to her, he banned her from talking to them, including Kid Cudi, Kevin Hart, everybody, Usher and everything. Usher came out and responded to all the allegations, and he's saying, leave me out of this, because Usher knows at the end of the day that he was one of them people that sat there and didn't say anything. He saw what happened, but he was too scared to speak out. Cassie was trying to get him, plead to him for help. Cassie was trying to tell him to open the door and unlock the door so she could run out and leave. They tried to ask Usher for help, and he didn't do anything. A lot of people, they were scared that Diddy, he would turn their back on them if they was to rat him out. If they was to say anything about anything, what was really going on inside them house parties and the mansions and everything like that, then they thought that they would lose their job and get fired from Bad Boys and everything. A lot of people, they were in like total control of Diddy because he had the ups on people, because he's the one that had them hired under Bad Boys. Like, he was paying them paychecks. They was scared to lose all that money until they got themselves to like a different level, and they got the success, they got the money and the fame. Until they did it on their own, they really didn't want to say anything to Diddy, because Diddy was the one that set up the connections to make Usher poppin', Kevin Hart, Cassie, all these other people. So they didn't want to have to go get sent back to the hood and be broke again that quick, and have their whole families like look at him like, why didn't you just stay with him and everything like that. This is the type of stuff people have to go through, and you got to understand, these celebrities, a lot of people, they be making them think that they're like the biggest thing ever since sliced bread or whatever like that, and they be thinking that they actually hype them up way too much. And a lot of people got to realize that that's the wrong thing. They hyped Diddy up, made people think that he was the good guy and all of this, when behind closed doors at home, he was doing all sorts of crazy stuff. You see what the people been saying? Y'all read the reports. You know what's going on now. All of this stuff is coming out to be true, because he wouldn't have paid that $30 million if he didn't actually do the stuff. He would have fought it and fought it and fought it, just like how anybody would do if they didn't actually do the stuff. And so the fact that he agreed to it, he signed off on it, he tried to get her to like not say any more, because she could have said a lot more, like way worse things that would have like really set off a whole entire case on Diddy like that. Like, he was avoiding 10 to 15 years just by actually agreeing to the terms and pleading out and making it so that he has to pay upwards of $30 million. Like, this whole entire thing is like shocking details, because DJ Academics released all the paperwork. He looked at the court documents and he saw the affidavits of this, and it was saying that he got a lot of people where he took, like, made it so that their car, something happened to them. Like the guys that was talking to Cassie, he got them scared. He sent hitmen to them and everybody. He sent people there to scare them and shake them up and do shakedowns on a lot of people. So Diddy, he was trying to be the top guy in New York. This is why 50 Cent keeps speaking out and he's saying, nah, I'm from New York and this is not how we handle business here. He was basically condemning Diddy, saying that Diddy, he's not a real New Yorker, due to the fact that a person from New York, man, they would have been, if they was actually as prestigious as what Diddy's saying he is and being a billionaire like that, he wouldn't have did any of them things. 50 Cent says if he was in Diddy's position, he wouldn't have had to do all of those weird, dirty deeds and everything like that, and have people like coming out and saying that Diddy did this to me, Diddy did that to me. It's all coming out as karma, man. And people got to realize that once you get the bread like that, once you get successful to a certain point, you got to pick and you got to like choose. Am I going to stay with this and mind my own business and take care of my family, or is he going to try to get up to the next even more higher level? The greed. Everybody wants to be like more rich, more this, more that. They're never gonna be okay with what they got. Like, it's always a race to the like next level up, you know what I'm saying? So like Diddy, he could have been cool with 100 million. He could have been cool with 500 million and just took care of his generational wealth, his family, his kids like that. But he wanted to get to that billionaire level. So he kept pushing the envelope, pushing. And, you know, he had to do a lot of stuff. Like, look at all the people that had to fall off for him to take that spot. He used a lot of people as a stepping stone, man. Diddy was using a lot of people. He didn't really care about them, is what people are saying. The stories that are coming out, they're saying that Diddy, he was just trying to get Cassie so that he could have a good image and make it look like he had a whole like new chart topping artist that he was dating and everything. He was trying to get the clout off of all of that, man. A lot of people got to realize that the celebrity stuff, man, is not what it really seems to be. And these people are finding out the hard way. Like, they had to basically go through all the trials and tribulations of surviving P. Diddy, and now they're writing their books. They're going to the talk shows and they're telling the talk shows exactly what happened. This whole thing comes back to the fact that Diddy, he was wrong for doing that. And now all the people, they're trying to get their justice. They're trying to get their money, and they're going to see Diddy, and they're going to basically make it to where everything that's done in the dark is going to finally come to light. And people are starting to figure this whole entire thing out. And this is why it's an ongoing situation. It's a revolving door. Like, more people are coming forward with more Diddy stories. This is not the end of it, man. So y'all got to pay attention to what's really going on out here.